Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is a general reading for the week of June 16th to the 22nd. Let's get started. All right, first card here, we've got courage. Overall theme for the week, mystery. Next card, celebration. All right, that's nice. And bottom of the deck here, we've got shadow work. All right, so nice. It goes right under the card of mystery here. Yeah, so have some courage because you're going to be going through some stuff here. You're going to have to deal with some of your shadow work, shadow self, and you're going to definitely feel it. So have the courage and let's go here with your tarot cards. All right, Taurus. Let's do this. I've already shuffled these, but let's shuffle it some more because I feel like it. All right, first card here, we've got Six of Wands. Put that up there. Page of Wands, nice. Justice. The World. Six of Swords. King of Cups. Knight of Cups, the Emperor, Judgment, King of Wands. Wow, look at all these court cards. Five of Swords, last card, Queen of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we've got the Eight of Cups, which speaks to the shadow work that you're going to have to go through this week, Taurus. So yeah, you're walking away from something and, you're perhaps that, this is something that you've been thinking about for a while and something is going to come to light and you're going to know exactly what you need to walk away from. And the overall energy here for the week of June 16th to the 22nd here, you're going to be celebrating something, right? Something, you're going to be recognized for something and new opportunities are coming your way. And it's something that definitely is going to capture your spirit and your attention. Justice card here tells me that either you are, dealing with possibly some legal issues here, but if you're not, this can actually mean, talk about balance, right? Karma, consequences of actions, of previous actions. No, in this column, because you are being celebrated here and you have new opportunities and new passions, new ideas coming your way, this might mean that, it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? This might just mean that you're being rewarded, right? The consequences are good, that you're being rewarded for all of the hard work that you've put in and you are being celebrated, right? So karma is at play. Now in the challenge column here and what you're not seeing, you've got the World here. You have the option to, take something to completion. And maybe there's a part of you that's a little bit hesitant in progressing because, sometimes it can get scary. So with new transitions, new beginnings, this is the World. You've completed a cycle, but maybe there's a little bit of a hesitation to walk away, right? To walk away from that that progress or process. Now here we've got celebration again. Like I said, it goes with your Six of Wands here. There is something that you have accomplished, that you are very victorious in, and you are really being celebrated for that. So here we've got, again, in the challenge column, in the things that's coming towards you, yeah, again, confirmation here that you are walking away from something that has really given you a lot of problems. This shadow work and the mystery that's around you is going to require, when you process it and when you've decided what it is that you're going to walk away from, that's going to really take a lot of courage, right? It's going to take a lot of working on the inside and thinking a lot about, just how you are. That's what shadow work is. It's like our innermost demons, right? Things that are kind of hanging us up and keeping us from progressing, forward. Now, when you've got the King of Cups here in the challenge column here, now the King of Cups is normally very wise, very stable with his emotions, but if it's in the challenge section here, sometimes the King of Cups can be a little bit too emotional or maybe prone to outbursts, right? Short-tempered kind of thing. So that's kind of that shadow side. So be aware of that this week, that, you know, there may be a lot of things that's going on with you because you're really trying to think about the mystery, right? Trying to deal with your shadow work. And so sometimes that can, you know, lead you to just being too stressed out and quick to just really snap, right? We don't want that. Now, messages from your higher self here is, you know, it's telling you, come at this, you know, with love, right? Come at this from your heart, not necessarily with fire or, you know, strong words or things like that. Don't lose sight of the things that are important to you. Okay, Taurus, don't lose sight of the things that are important to you and that really motivate you, and you know, something that you have a lot of love for. So don't lose sight of that. Now, with the Emperor here, it's all about authority, right? So if you are, now, Tauruses, I know many Tauruses, and they're a little bit bullheaded, they're a little bit stubborn. And so sometimes when they're stubborn, they can also be very bold and very authoritative. So know that, you know, maybe there is a situation here that you're going to have to take charge of. And it's also, I keep looking here at the 8 of Cups, and it's telling me that you're going to have to find the courage within you to find that thing and address the thing that you need to walk away from, whatever that may mean. Now, because this is a general reading, and this can be applied to relationships, everything I'm telling you can be applied to relationships. So in the terms of the Emperor here, you know, you may be the person who's going to need to take control or make the decisions in your current relationship. If it's a partnership, say a new business, or it's at work, you know, you're going to be put in a position where you're going to be the decision maker, right? Just be careful, because the Emperor has a lot of power, and so you don't want to necessarily bully or bulldoze those people around you. Now, with this shadow work comes spiritual awakening. Again, you know, some of the hardest things that we have to deal with are those inner demons that we have, and once we deal with it, you know, our lives really dramatically change. But you have to really focus and want to go deep, right? This is a week that you're going to have to really go deep and search within for the answers that is within you, for whatever question that you have, something that's challenging you. Maybe you are wondering, why is it that I continue to have these problems in my job or my relationships, things like that. What is it about me? What is it about my past that's causing me to have that clash with other people? So this is all about your spiritual awakening. Now, here in the column of your blessings, you've got the King of Wands. That's your starting card here. And the King of Wands is a very inspiring, very charismatic energy, right? This is a type of person that draws you in. And this is the column of your manifestations, your blessings, your outcomes. And I see this as being you, someone who is a leader, someone who is very charismatic, knows his place in an organization, for example. Now, the King of Wands in a relationship is very much full of passion, very attractive, very charismatic, magnetic. You know, this is the type of energy that if this is you, you walk into a room and people notice, right? You're the one that is the visionary, the leader, and you really, you attract a lot of people. This may be, you know, your energy, you're having a little bit of a glow up, but in a more masculine kind of energy level. Yeah, this is a very masculine energy. Next here, you've got the outcomes. When I see the 5 of Swords, it's about conflict. It's about winning at all costs. And what you have to see here is sometimes because, and it's right here next to the Emperor, right? The Emperor, again, is a very, very powerful energy force. And sometimes when you get them going, especially a Taurus, when you get this person going, they won't stop. They'll keep going. And so sometimes, you know, you have to kind of pull back. It's not about taking all the swords. It's not about winning until you've demolished everything around you, right? Sometimes it's not about using hurtful words just to kind of, you know, attack the person. Find another way. Find a way that's a little bit more agreeable and less painful. This is what this card is telling me. And, you know, just change your way of thinking, change your perspective so that you can get to that point where you can have an understanding. a point of celebration, right? And the last card here, you've got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is all about knowing who she is, right? This is feminine energy. She's very intuitive. She knows who she is. She's going to do exactly what she wants. No one can tell her what to do. So this can easily be your energy, okay, this week, Taurus. So you're very powerful, very attractive. You know what you want. She is the queen of law of attraction. She can manifest what she wants. She's the witch of the tarot, right? She doesn't care what anybody thinks of her. She's going to do exactly what she wants. All right, let's do some clarifiers here for these cards for you, Taurus. Let's go. All right. Let me know what part of this is resonating with you. Comment down below. I'd love to hear what you're going through this week and see how you are applying this reading to your life. All right, you've got judgment here. So you've got judgment and you've got justice. Judgment here and judgment here again. So yeah, you are coming to a point of spiritual awakening and you're celebrating, right? You're celebrating overcoming this mystery, this shadow work. You've used your inner courage and now you are awakened. You are much better than you were before all of this, the chaos and the difficulties. You've now come, you've risen above everything else, and you are now the better person for it, right? You've evolved. Next, you've got the Devil here. The Devil card is all about self-sabotage, right? This is our shadow self. So it goes back to that. So don't let your shadow self overtake the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is recognizing and receiving new inspiration, new passion, new creativity. Don't let yourself, don't self-sabotage yourself that you miss out on this new opportunity here. So self-sabotage can be anything from negative self-talk, addiction, bad behavior, anything that really takes us down and keeps us from being our highest self. So justice, and also here, remember, karma is at play. So whatever you put out, you will get back. So the Devil card is there to remind you that, yeah, easily you can get yourself trapped if you don't pay attention to those consequences. Okay, you've got Five of Wands here. Five of Wands is like, it's fighting, but it's not fighting. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to say play fighting, but you're going to have a lot of this around you this week. And what I ask you to do is just, stay out of the drama, right? It's not even worth being a part of. This is just kids hitting their sticks around. It's not something that is worth your time. Go be your true self, your better self, and watch what happens. Stay out of this because it's just noise and it's just going to consume your time. And look, you've got the Four of Wands. You have the ability to create stability and happiness in your life, and you don't want to participate in this. You want to be here, right? Freedom, independence, and stability. All right, let's shuffle the cards some more and clarify the World card in our challenge position. What you do not see coming, or what might be a problem for you in the week of June 16th through the 22nd. I saw what that card was. You've got your Eight of Wands here, lots of energy, fast energy moving towards you, and look at that, moving towards the Knight of Cups. It's very focused energy. You may be receiving a message this week that is of importance to you that you shouldn't ignore. Okay, next card here, I think there's two cards. Yeah, there's two cards here. Next card, you've got the Eight of Swords, and also you've got your Nine of Swords. There, you're getting yourself too stuck in your head, and you're going to keep yourself from moving forward and really transforming, right? Because you're anxious, you're stressed out, you feel like you're trapped, but you're really not. You've got to change your frame of thought so that you can move forward. You've got to claim what is yours, right? Because look at here, you're the Emperor. You have the possibility of having control and authority over things, but you feel trapped and you're very anxious about it, right? You're going to receive a message that's going to hopefully, transform you and move you into a state of positivity. You will need to leave this attitude, this kind of self-sabotage thinking, negative self-talk and anxiety, right? You see the Devil card here, which again solidifies the presence of anxiety, stress, feeling stuck, that victim mentality. Again, that's that negative self-talk. You're going to need to drop that, and you need to walk away from it. Okay, bottom of the deck again, 8 of Cups. You can't make this up. There is something this week that you are going to have to confront, Taurus, that you're going to need to walk away from because it's really not serving you. You're missing out on opportunities. So you do need to take time to work on that shadow work so that you can have your spiritual awakening, so you can move forward, right? But you got to walk away. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever questions you are asking yourself, challenges that you may be having, you need to walk away because it's not serving you. And that's been confirmed here. All right, next card. Wow, these cards are really sticking to each other. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, right? I mean, it can't get any better than that. Just like I said, when you figure out what it is that you need to walk away from, when you have done your shadow work, you know, you've gotten rid of all of this self-sabotage energy that's causing you problems, you're going to have a spiritual awakening, right? And the only way you can get that is if you take charge, right? And come at it also from a place of love. Accept the love, accept the help, accept the positive energy. You see here, you've got the Knight of Cups that's walking or galloping or whatever he's doing with his horse towards the King of Wands. Yeah, come at things from a heart-based type of energy, okay? And watch how everything unfolds. Next card here that doesn't stick. Yeah, the Sun and the Emperor. Wow, you're incredibly powerful this week, and you have a lot of control. And everything you do, if you set your mind to it and you avoid this self-harm that you can be capable of, Taurus, you have optimism, joy, everything positive that can come your way. Whatever your wishes are can come your way. This week is a very powerful week for you, Taurus. Okay, with great power, you know, just be careful, right? You have a lot of responsibility. Okay, the Emperor again, right? You've got 2 emperors, Emperor, and this is the message column here from the universe, from your higher self. Don't be too bullyish. Yes, you can have control, but don't be too bullyish. Don't overtake and bully other people, right? There's a fine line between being in control and being boss and being a tyrant. Don't be a tyrant. Queen of Wands. Again, Queen of Wands, confirming the presence of the Queen of Wands here. You know, go within, be intuitive, know your worth, make your decisions, manifest what you want. That's what I'm seeing here, with it being here twice. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle and clarify the last column here, the King of Wands column. What is in store for Taurus for the week of June 16th to the 22nd? Fall back in. Yeah, these cards are sticking to each other. All right, King of Wands, Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is honest, right? She can be a little bit cutting with her words, so be very careful, right? Be very careful that you are not cutting people and hurting people with your words. This also signifies the ability to see through any kind of deceit or lies. There's honesty here. You're going to find something out, but be very careful how you handle it. Be diplomatic. Don't hurt people just in that short span of time, because you know how you hurt somebody, that's going to be something that you'll eventually carry with you. You don't want that kind of karma around you. You want to use the honesty and the logic and that clarity and the intuition that the Queen of Swords has, but you don't want to go too overboard to the point where you're hurting people with your, sharp tongue and quick words. All right, let's clarify here the Five of Swords. Again, I said to you, be careful with the conflict that might be happening around you. All right, you've got Six of Wands. Again, celebration, just like I said. If you... right, you've got your Six of Wands here. If you really come at things from a different point of view, and just know that sometimes it's not worth destroying, right? Because you don't want to leave a wake. You will be recognized and you will be celebrated and you will be victorious. Next card, you've got Two of Wands. Yeah, you've got infinite possibilities from this point forward. Once you work on that shadow work and you shed the things that you need to shed so that you can be your highest and best self, you definitely, you know, will have the opportunity to plan and strategize your next step. You have the world in your hands and you can pretty much go in whatever direction you want. You've got so much inspiration. You just have to plan it out and be a little bit more strategic in your approach. Next, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is abundance. She is resourceful and generous and assures that everybody around her is comfortable. So this is a very healthy, very good card. Okay, Taurus is an earth energy card. So yeah, very grounded. So let's go ahead and clarify this energy some more. Six of Swords, look at that underneath. And that's just, again, signifying you moving from one point to another. Yeah, you've got your Queen. I didn't realize I was off screen here. You've got Queen of Pentacles right here, but underneath was the Six of Swords, because I noticed that because the card fell off or fell out. All right, so let's do some spirit animal messages here. This is a very big, thick card, thick pile of cards here. So hopefully there's a lot of good information that we can get here. Next, we've got Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Yeah, so anything that you have gone through, right? Use that as wisdom. So you've got your Judgment card here and Judgment card here, which again is telling me that you are evolving, you are awakening, you're waking up from whatever it is that you've been working on here, your shadow work side, and you are evolving, right? Turn that into wisdom. You're learning stuff. And again, that goes with the Queen of Swords. You're having clarity, and turn that into wisdom. Armadillo Spirit, you've got set healthy boundaries. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty common sense, right? Don't let anybody bulldoze you. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. All right, this card, Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. All right, use your mind wisely. And last card here, Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. So yeah, because you have done the shadow work, because you are walking away from the things that no longer serve you, now is a lucky time for you to start something new. Really take advantage of that Page of Wands that we had here. Yeah, new inspiration to do something, start something, whether it's, you know, moving forward with a relationship or taking a job or, you know, working towards an advancement at work. Now is a lucky time for you. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I hope you are doing well. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.